If you search UK travel, the chances are you'll be told to visit London, but I'm here to tell you that that's wrong. This is Manchester, and I'm going to prove to you why Manchester is the UK's most underrated city. And to do that, I'm going to take you on a tour of the architecture that gives it its soul. So let's go. When people think of Manchester, they tend to think of industrial, just factories and rain. However, we have an art gallery right here behind me, and we have many museums that will rival anything in London. But to really understand what I'm getting at, we need to go inside. So let's go inside the art gallery. The art gallery opened in 1824, so that means that during the last 200 years it's seen the Industrial Revolution, the Blitz and the Gallagher brothers, and it's still standing to tell the tale. In 1913 the gallery became a crime scene when 3 suffragettes by the names of Lillian Forrester, Evelyn Monester and Annie Briggs hid until closing time and then pulled out hammers and smashed the glass of 13 paintings to protest the imprisonment of Emmeline Pankhurst. In 2018, the gallery caused a global meltdown by temporarily removing the painting Hylas and the Nymphs to start a conversation about the male gaze. After much uproar, the painting was reinstated. Entrance to the art gallery is free, which in my head means I've saved money on not needing to buy a ticket. So that means I can spend the money in the gift shop, and it's not shopping, it's a charitable donation. And unlike a ticket, I get to take this home. I'm just popping in with a quick side note because some of the more eagle-eyed amongst you will notice some continuity errors in this video. Some of the files did get corrupted, so I've come back out to refilm those sections that I've lost. If it suddenly jumps from daytime to nighttime, that is why, and I do apologise for it. Behind me is the Royal Exchange Theatre, and from the outside it looks pretty unsuspecting, but inside is some of the strangest architecture in the entire city. I'm now inside the Royal Exchange building, and this weird spaceship looking thing behind me is the actual theatre building itself. So when you come here to see a show, that's where you will go. It's not actually built inside, it's suspended from these massive marble columns. So yeah, that entire thing just suspended in midair. This used to be the world's largest commodities exchange, and when it ceased trading in 1968, everybody just walked out. And if you look up there, that black thing up there by the ceiling is the trading board, and it still shows the figures on the last day of trading in 1968. You can't mention Manchester without mentioning pubs. And behind me is an area called the Shambles, which is home to two of the oldest buildings and oldest pubs in Manchester. These two buildings behind me, we have Sinclair's Oyster Bar and the Old Wellington, and they are the two oldest buildings in Manchester, but they didn't always used to be here. Back in 1996, the IRA planted a bomb just around the corner that way, and it completely devastated this part of the city centre, and everything had to be rebuilt. So during the regeneration, these two buildings were put on stilts, lifted up and moved about 300 yards to where they are now. Most people just walk past this postbox behind me without realising that it's actually quite important. In the 1996 bombing, it did stand there mostly undamaged, and during the regeneration they did pick it up and move it so that they could rebuild everything, but then once everything was rebuilt, it got put back to its original spot, which is where it now stands. Just over my shoulder there is John Rylands' library, and from the outside it looks like a fortress. But let's go inside so I can show you why it's one of my favourite buildings in Manchester. So we do have to whisper and be very quiet so we don't disturb people. Anybody who's not familiar can probably already tell why this is my favourite building in Manchester. I'll give you a few close-ups of different parts around the reading room, and then we'll go and explore the rest of the building. When the library was built in the 1890s, Manchester was so polluted that the air was basically soot. So to stop the books from being destroyed, they installed what was, at the time, a really high-tech air filtration system. The air was drawn in through bronze screens to catch the thick fog and scrubbed with water sprays before entering the reading room. It was basically one of the only parts of the city where you could breathe without chewing on coal dust. This is the Kimpton Clocktower. It looks like a cathedral, but it wasn't built for God. It was built for insurance. This is the headquarters of the Refuge Assurance Company. The Victorians built this massive tower specifically to remind the working class of Manchester that the insurance men had all their money and that they had spent it on marble. It's beautiful, but it's also a bit of a flex. I'm going to preface this by saying that I am in no way endorsed by the Kimpton Clocktower. I am giving you this recommendation based entirely on the fact that I have stayed in this hotel 4 times, paid for with my own money that I have earned using my real world job. So if you would like to stay here for yourself, I genuinely cannot recommend it enough. And you can book either with the QR code that's on screen or using the link that is in the description. I'll find it, don't worry, I'm just having a bit of a mooch, but...
Right, I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you.
It's alright. Oh, can you not remember what room?
No.
How long ago was it? It's a beautiful hotel, isn't it?
Yeah. It was one of my favourite buildings before that, but obviously it's got special meaning now, so...
Right. But if you go to
It was these ones, yeah.
If you go to second... Like even the floor, the step that you go down, it's like big plaques of wood like that. Square plaques of wood, like loads of
I don't know how you don't get lost all the time, to be honest with you, but I can
And I
imagine.
thought to myself, how the hell did they actually sit there and just place individual squares
Yeah.
all that way downstairs? And I thought, my God, they've not got the skill shit no more.
No, they don't,
But all this is beautiful, isn't it?
isn't it?
And the marble, have you seen the marble?
I haven't, no, we didn't go that way.
That's a beautiful.
Is
Better
it?
than that.
Is it? But we did... On completely the wrong part of the hotel.
Over there.
Oh, look at
there.
that.
When you go to that side, I'll show you where that side is now. When you look out that window, you can see the clock.
Oh.
It's so nice.
Oh,
Yeah, and you can go outside that terrace there.
it's such a stunning building, it really is.
Tell you what, it's hard to maintain.
I can imagine, yeah.
In fact, right, this is the marble.
Oh, look at this.
I know. So, the roof is the guy that designed this.
Oh, wow.
If you look at all the swirls and
Yeah.
like as you walk down this staircase, you'll notice they've got all circle windows.
Yeah.
Right. So this is actual full marble floor.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's cost a very lot.
Yeah.
Now you can imagine here. I don't know why it's so dark here. Why is it so dark?
It's atmospheric.
So here, if you feel it. See what they're trying to do? Because the marble fell off the wall. Because this is how it should be. Feel it? That's how it should.
Oh, I see,
So
yeah.
they're trying to copy it because obviously it's a listed building, we can't replace it.
Can't replace it,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it costs thousands.
Oh, wow.
So if you walk down this staircase, you will see there's a flag that means something on every single one. And the more you go down, the brighter it goes, and it goes all the way down to receptionist floor.
Oh, does it? Oh,
From
wow.
fourth all the way down.
I wish I'd known about this when we were getting
know.
married. We could have got
I see loads of
photos
people-
taken in here.
So nice. I just don't understand how you didn't see this.
We just didn't come to this half of the building whatsoever.
But let me just show you this other side.
Thank you so much.
It's alright. You look at the marble too. But this is nice. Very nice, and I love this part. You can see the clock.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't it beautiful? And when it's a bit brighter, when you actually look at the size of them bricks, they're so tiny. Look how small they are. This is the size of
Oh my
bricks
God,
up there.
yeah.
They're so small. How long it took them to build? And I only thought Manchester represented the bee,
Yeah.
only just recently.
Oh, it's in the clock.
Yeah, all the hands are bees.
Oh, wow.
So that was 130 years ago that got put there.
That's crazy.
But when you see it in the light time, it's got all the detail on that clock is so nice.
Oh.
It's a shame it's gone dark.
Yeah.
You'd have to come back.
I know, yeah.
But
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
So that's that marble staircase, see all the circle windows.
Oh, and then it just goes all the way down. I might go down that to get out, you know, yeah.
Do that.
Can I ask a question? Yes. So I saw a video on TikTok earlier on, and it was somebody who was checking out of a hotel room, and she stripped the bed, she tied up all the bin bags, and which is what I do when I check out. Is it actually helpful for housekeeping, or is it more of a problem?
No, it's helpful.
Okay, that's fine. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Are you still married, by the way?
I am, yes. Very happily so. So our final port of call for today is right down the far end of Oxford Road. Now, on Wednesdays, which today is, it's apparently open until 9 p.m. So hopefully Google hasn't done me dirty and lied to me, because if I walk all the way down here and it's closed, I'm going to be really upset. So everybody keep your fingers crossed for me, and we'll see if it is indeed open until 9 p.m. So the museum has undergone a massive restoration project, and it cost around about £15 million, I believe, and it only fully reopened about 3 years ago, less than 3 years ago. So I'm currently stood in the Chinese Culture Gallery, and this joins on to the South Asia Gallery. And these are the two newest sections of the museum, which were built during the renovation. These two galleries have been curated in partnership with local Chinese and South Asian residents, alongside the academics from the university. So I am going to have a little walk around this area, and I'll show you some of my favourite items. first time I've been to the museum on a late opening, and I cannot recommend it enough. Like, I pretty much have the place to myself. This is all my wildest dreams come true. To be in a museum with no other people. Honestly, this is the best day of my life. Now, I hate to be a stereotypical autistic kid, but I really do love dinosaurs, sharks, and ancient Egypt. Make of that what you will. But I am now in the Egyptian part of the museum, which I also have to myself. I have never been happy. What a great day. So, fun little piece of trivia for you. This first statue here on the left, it was on TV because it used to spin, and people were saying that the museum was haunted because the statue spinned. I've also just been told by a member of museum staff that it's also been featured on an episode of The Simpsons, which I wasn't aware of. There is a really boring explanation for it, but it's fun to think that it's haunted, and that's the reason why it kept spinning. Please excuse the haunting lighting. There is actually a vivarium on the top floor of the museum, which I'm currently stood in. However, you may notice it's very dark, and that is because they turn the lights off so that the frogs can go to sleep, which I think is the cutest thing ever. But there is one tank down here that has nocturnal frogs in it. So, oh no, you can't see me. Let me go back. Let me go back in my haunting light. Oh, there is one tank down there that has nocturnal frogs in it, so I'm going to go and see if I can spot any of the nocturnal frogs. This is Stan. He's a T-Rex who died 65 million years ago. But he still has to come into work every day and stand perfectly still for strangers to take photos of him. In many ways, Stan is the ultimate Manchester employee. He's overworked, underpaid, and has been dead for several millennia. I've never felt more connected to a skeleton. During my visit, the museum had a temporary exhibition featuring a Triceratops, which was a significant upgrade to my day, as it means that I got to see even more dinosaurs than I'd originally planned for. It was quite literally the highlight of my week. Oh, well, be rude not to, I guess.
The nasal horn in Triceratops is an excessive bone that grows on top of the nasal bone itself. The nasal horn, like the orbital horns, was covered in a keratin sheath.
Is that magic? Did it know which part I touched, or is this just a big coincidence?
The frill,
Oh, it's magic. You better believe I'm going to dig up a dinosaur. Oh, I forgot the skull. Have I? I think it might be the skull. I don't know. I'm not a paleontologist. unfortunately. I wish I was. Because entry to the museum is free, it's socially and arguably morally obligatory to visit the gift shop. I suggest you buy something significant, maybe a book, a fossil, perhaps a dinosaur-themed pencil sharpener. It ensures the museum stays open, and it proves to everyone at home that you've had a much more cultured afternoon than they have. It's a win for science, and it's a win for your bookshelf. We've reached the part of the video where I talk about money. And the total cost for this entire day of culture was £0. The gallery, the library and the museum were all free, and I even saved money at the pub by not buying a pint. Technically, I've become more intelligent for no financial outlay whatsoever. It's a mathematical triumph. So, we have Hogwarts-style libraries, Gotham-style skyscrapers and streets with actual spirit. London may have the crowds, but I think Manchester wins on character. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, I'm normally visiting European capital cities, but today I've made a detour to my home city. If you would like to see where I end up next, feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you on the next adventure. Bye.